This month, we welcome back our fill-in anchor, Camille Webster, who brings us a heartwarming story about someone close to her, a story that we should all listen to and be thankful in this season of giving thanks.
If you paid any attention to the recent elections, you know one of the hot topics was the war in Iraq. Regardless how you feel about the war, the support of our troops should be unwavering. This is a subject that is very close to my heart because I have two brothers serving in the military. One brother is a military police in the Air Force and the other is a combat medic in the Army. My oldest brother, who is in the Air Force, is serving a second tour of duty over in Iraq. And while it seems that all we ever hear in the news are negative aspects of the war, there are some positive things being done, especially among our troops. When my brother arrived in Iraq in early August, he later told our family that he was sitting in the hangar of an airport in the Middle East, waiting for a military plane to come and get him and the guys in his unit. He wondered how he was going to be able to handle the emotional aspect of being away from our close-knit family and being in an environment where you are constantly on alert and every day you are confronted with the thought that death could be a possibility. He said that once they arrived in Balad, Iraq, which is located right outside Baghdad, that he came across a flyer about a faith-based group of men who meet nightly to encourage and support one another. The name of the group is called Band of Brothers. He said he thought the name sounded catchy and remembered thinking to himself that it must be a name after the TV series. However, he later found out that the group is based on Acts 2:42-47, where the scripture talks about how believers met daily with one another to encourage and support each other in their Christian walk, which is exactly what these modern-day military warriors do on a daily basis. Many of the guys who attend the meeting are homesick for their families, scared for their lives, and curious about God. Band of Brothers addresses all those issues and benefits everybody involved. It helps to have a battle buddy who knows what it's like to go through what they are going through. One of the group's leaders, Lieutenant Robert Frebel, said that he knew the only way that he could make it through his tour of duty would be to find a friend, a prayer warrior, and a battle buddy. He said that within hours of his arrival, a friendly face that also invited him to evening prayer that very night greeted him. He said he considered it an answered prayer. The group has quickly become a lifeline to many. The group meets for fellowship, eating together, studying the Bible, and prayer every night. Lieutenant Frebel states that they found a place to be soft in a hard environment. As the group began to depend on each other, they realized how important it was to reach out to others. In a mix of ministries and service projects, the group has been involved in a women's appreciation lunch, stacking sandbags, filling school bags with school supplies for Iraqi children, painting the base flag, litter pickup, and caring for wounded patients at the base hospital. The guys have challenged each other to keep a level-headed perspective on everything going on, along with blazed trails that many of them have never been down before. No matter what side of the fence you are on, please support our troops. In a recent speech given by Senator Zell Miller, the senator stated the following: "Never in the history of the world has any soldier sacrificed more for freedom and liberty of total strangers than the American soldier. And our soldiers just don't give freedom abroad, they preserve it for us here at home. For it has been said so truthfully that it is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the agitator, who has given us freedom to protest. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, serves beneath the flag, whose coffin is draped by the flag, who gives that protester the freedom to abuse and burn that flag." As we enter this Thanksgiving season, I hope you will join me in saluting the men and women in our armed forces who proudly serve our country. May God bless America and those who protect her.